Hi, it's Becky from PowerToolsWithThread.com. That's my blog. We are on the road. We are in Florida right now on I-10 exit 142, Mariana, I think. And we are on our way to Tampa right now. We just left Navarre, stayed at a very, very nice RV park, Emerald Beach RV. If you ever get a chance, definitely check it out. I think you need reservations a couple months in advance. So this is kind of a weird test to be able to see how this works. I've got a little microphone on to help block the wind noise or background noise as we travel. I just have not had a chance to visit with you guys. It's been a whirlwind. I can't believe we have been on the road already for more than a week, 10 days or something. So, but you know, the family's all here. Let me turn the camera so you can say hi to Keith. There he is.
Howdy.
And there's Harley right there. She's laying down. And my blue dog is right under my chair. So I thought I'd visit with you guys for just a little bit, and then we've got plenty of time for me to finish this video, get it out to you. We're not gonna get to MacDill Air Force Base Fam Camp until probably around 5 or 5:30, something like that. So lots of time on the road right now. Boy, Florida is just a beautiful, beautiful state. If you like trees, that's what Keith said. You know, in Texas, when you're driving, it seems like the minute you drive over the Texas state line, everything just opens up. And you can see for miles and miles and miles. But when the farther east you go, you've got trees up all the sides. And it's just what you're used to, right? So our first stop, we went to Lafayette, and I met a couple of you there that came by the RV park, and that was really a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys coming by. And that was in the video at the end from the Piece by Piece quilt shop in Biloxi. So day before yesterday, Monday, I was at Ruthies Notions in Baker, Florida. And thank you to everybody who came out to say hi. Ruthies is a baby lock and a brother dealer, and so she's got ScanNCuts, and they have a huge classroom, and I really want to thank Ruthie for hosting me and everybody who came out. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. I just did a demo on how I cut fabric on the ScanNCut. You know, some clips here of the camera of me doing the demo and whatnot. So she's got a great setup and a ginormous classroom. If you ever have an opportunity to take classes with Ruthies Notions in Baker, Florida, please do. Check out her website, RuthiesNotions.com, and just go down there and you'll see she's got specials all the time, and she's got classes all the time, and it was really a lot of fun. And then yesterday, Tuesday, I was at the Sewing and Training Center in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and I'll put that video out in the next couple days. It used to be Around the Block Quilts, and then the new owners bought it out from the previous owner, and it is now known as the Sewing and Training Center. And it's an adorable little store, and she's got a little classroom in the back, and she's a Kimberbell dealer and everything, so I had to pick up a few things while I was there. But while we are chatting about it, let me tell you some stuff that's going on. On May 18th, I want you to save the date, May 18th, I'm doing another Designs and Machine Embroidery event called Applique Affair. So if you have any kind of notions or anything you've been wanting to get from Dime, maybe you want to get like a magnetic hoop, or you want some exquisite thread, or you want to get like that blue hoop mat, any of that kind of stuff, hold off and get it then on May 18th, because they usually offer free shipping for the event. And then you can watch and see all the cool stuff that's out there. And then sometimes they have specials too. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's May 18th at 3 p.m. I'm going to put the link right below the video for you guys to click on that. There's a free registration, and then we can just watch that. And if you can't make it on May 18th at 3, you can watch the video for an extra 2 days, I think it is, for an extra 48 hours, and you'll still get the specials that they had there. So Ashley Jones is going to be the instructor. She's phenomenal. She knows so much. It's just, I like listening to those things just to get additional information about things that I normally wouldn't have thought about. Or sometimes it's just great to listen to the little tips and tricks that they give you in those events, and then you can apply those into your own stitching. And you might come across a situation when you're working on something and you'll go, oh, they did that with this, you know, and you can think about how all the tips that you're going to get from the experts you can use in your own sewing area. So they're really, really beneficial to do, and if you've got time, I encourage you to do that. So that's May 18th at 3 p.m. Central, okay? So I've made some notes because you guys, it's been crazy. I have not had time. Every time I think about something, I'm like, oh, I need to write that down so I can tell y'all on the next video, the next chat that we have. Y'all know when I use Embrilliance Essentials, and I always tell you, if you have the Luminaire or the Solaris, you can use that utility menu and you go File, Send to Solaris XP1. I'm hearing from all kinds of folks out there that if you've got a wireless capability on your machine, maybe you have a Stellaire or you've got the 10 needles, either the Brother 10 needle or the Baby Lock 10 needle, that technology works for those machines as well. So I know I tried it on my 10 needle and I got an error message and it said did not send or something like that. Now if I have both machines on, the Luminaire and the 10 needle, the Luminaire will get it, and sometimes the 10 needle will too, and I didn't understand what, you know, but I wrote to the folks at Embrilliance and they came back and I said, I keep getting an error message, and he said go check, and sure enough it was on the 10 needle. So the wireless machines in the area, they're picking up the wireless transmission of that design from Embrilliance on your laptop, and it's picking up on a sewing machine that is in the area, even if it doesn't have it in the menu. So that was really cool to figure out. I guess I should have figured it out myself. It's all the same technology, but who knew, you know? So I wanted to let you guys know about that. I finished the quilt that was going to go into the motorhome, and I will put a picture of that right here. Y'all, it just turned out so pretty. I did put it on the Facebook group, and if you haven't had a chance to join that yet, please do. We've got a little over 16,000 members in there, and you're welcome to put any of your stitching projects that you want, regardless of the designer. You can just go there and you can show us your work and ask questions. There are no silly questions in that group, and there are so many people there that just want to help out. So always feel free. Embrilliance questions, any kind of stitching questions, ScanNCut questions. There's always a really helpful group of stitchers that are in that Facebook group, Power Tools with Thread Facebook group. Be sure to answer all of the questions that you get asked when it's time to join. That way we can keep out those accounts that have been spoofed or, you know, have bots or whatever that is. But yeah, please join us. We really enjoy it when you guys can come on board and share inspiration. And there is so much inspiration on there. Like, I gotta share this with you. We have a stitcher who took a design that was in the Solaris, and it is so cute. It's an outline design of a cat that had a butterfly on its nose. So that's what the design looks like. She stitched it out on these two plain tote bags and then gave them to her little granddaughters, and they used those tulip fabric markers from Walmart, and they both colored in their own tote bags. Look at this. Y'all, that is an adorable, adorable project. And what fun. You can take just a plain tote bag from like Hobby Lobby and stitch a enclosed design on it that's got a lot of open space in it and give the grandkids some fabric markers. Look at that. That's the kind of inspiration that you'll find on the Power Tools with Thread Facebook group, so please join. Well, I kind of shot myself in the foot with the chickens for Lori Holt's chicken salad quilt. I really should have finished them before we left Texas because I was making them in that big 10 by 16 hoop. And y'all, I brought Gypsy with me, my Brother NQ 3700D, but the max hoop size on that machine is a 6 by 10. And I spent days, I mean days. We were at the, where were we, babe? Not Lafayette, what was the next one?
Biloxi.
We were in, yes, we were in Biloxi at Biloxi Bay RV Resort. And Keith went to the casino for a couple of days. Not all at the same time. He went the day and then the next day. And you guys, I was just struggling, trying to get and figure out how to get that chicken to line up. So let me show you my first fail. Okay, so this was the first fail. I couldn't get it straightened out on the 13.5-inch square background block. And I was able to do Prudence. But then the next one I was going to do, I think it was Myrtle. I think it was, or maybe it was Hank. This might be Hank. I can't remember. Anyway, the body. See, so one of the chickens, I could get the whole body inside that 6 by 10 hoop. I couldn't get Myrtle or Hank, their body. So I was going to have to stitch that one by hand, not by hand, but by machine, regular, you know, stitch, stop, turn, do all that for the blanket stitch. That didn't happen. It will. I want to finish the quilt, but it didn't happen yet. So I'm kind of stuck on the my chickens. I'm sorry, you guys. And then I did stitch all 4 corners on the Kimberbell Cuties Made Table Topper. Hold on. So I got that done, and I did use the ScanNCut to be able to cut out the 4 large flowers, the 4 small flowers, and then the bows. And how I did this, I'll put a link right here, right up above. I merged these designs. So this flower right here, I used in Brilliance Essentials. This one right here was a copy and a paste from this flower, and then I just made it smaller. And then this little bow right here is a merged design from Kimberbell's Christmas wreath. And I just made it smaller and then put it on the stems. So I did get this done, and I will finish it. I just have to put the borders on, and then I'll be done. And don't you know I didn't bring any backing or batting for this thing, so, or the one for June. So I had to go to Joann's yesterday in Fort Walton Beach, and I picked up some of that Pellon 987F, that fusible Pellon. I love it so much. I have a bolt of it at the house, and I didn't bring any with me, so I had to go get some. They were really nice there at that Joann in Fort Walton, so I really appreciated all their help. I want to say a special hi to Linda Green. Linda sends me things all the time at my house in Texas, and she came not only to Ruthies in Baker, she also came to the Sewing and Training Center yesterday, and her niece was driving her around. So it was great to meet you both. And I also had to get some batting for the project I'm doing for Pat Sloan's new book called Tantalizing Table Toppers. You guys, if you see this book in your quilt store, I'll put a link to it below, but you definitely want to pick it up. If you're a table topper person, there are some really, really cute projects in there, and they're adorable. So they're all different sizes. There's like long runners, there's square ones, there's all kinds of really cute stuff in there. My day to show that is May 24th, so I got to get working on that, right? But I needed to get something to put on the inside of that as well. So I'm taken care of now. I got to get that finished. At piece by piece in Biloxi. While we were there, Keith went in there with me and we were able to pick up, I've got my little bag here full of goodies. I don't have a table to put it on, so you guys, I'm pulling it out of the bag. We picked up the backing for his fox quilt, Autumn the Fox. Jasmine and I chose this, and it's gorgeous. These reds really match all of the reds in the front of the fox, and then this leaf design on the back just looks very woodsy, and it's perfect for that fox. And then we picked up a textured chocolate. This is going to be the binding. This backing is called Boughs of Beauty. It is by Greta Lynn for canvas from Benartex. Let me put it up here. It's a 108. So I got 2 yards of that for his quilt. And there's nothing on the selvage to tell me what this is, so I'm sorry. Just a really pretty textured chocolate. It'll work perfect. I also got some of this. I picked up a couple yards of it. This right here is part of the spring chicken line from Moda. You guys, this is a perfect binding for everything. Little bitty teeny tiny diamonds on a soft white, and it's spring chicken line from Moda. They're not making it anymore, but I found it and I said, oh, I want to get some of this, because if I'm making any kind of quilt, usually, you know, juvenile or something like that, this is perfect. They had an adorable panel there. It's called You Make My World a Better Place. This is so stinking cute, you guys. It's a giant mouse. I can't get up for seatbelt, so I'll hold it up a little bit, let you see it. It is called Watercolor Animals by Springs Creative. Yellow Acorn Designs. Okay, here it is. Isn't that precious? Look. You make my world a better place. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. This would look great in a nursery, or, you know, like a daycare. Hey, if your grandchild has a daycare that they go to or something, this would be adorable. And then I love the plum color in there. You see that plum on that flower? I picked up this for the border. See that? I thought that would look great. I'm just going to do a border around it like that. If you're a beginner quilter, grab yourself a panel like this. They're everywhere. And all you have to do is cut like 4.5 or 5.5 inches of a piece of fabric to go with it. Put a strip down both sides and put a strip across the top and across the bottom, and boom, you've made a quilt. It's so cool. Really easy to do that too. So we got that. And then on one of the projects that I'm making for Pat Sloan's book, do you guys, I don't know if you remember, if you've been watching me for a couple of weeks or a little bit longer, I got a fat quarter bundle called Effie's Woods from Deb Strain. And I just fell in love with this fabric. It's just so gorgeous. Well, they had a bolt of this. Y'all, I got 5 yards for the backing of whatever it is that I make using that fat quarter bundle. So let me put it up here. It's Effie's Woods by Deb Strain from Moda. This fabric is so soft and it is so stinking cute. Look at that raccoon.
Show the table runner they gave?
Yeah. One of the very cool things that they had at the Piece by Piece quilt shop in Biloxi, Mississippi, was that the owner's daughter makes her own fabric at Spoo Flower, and she created this gorgeous design, a couple of panels that she made that's all about Biloxi. And I picked this one up. It's upside down. It's a lighthouse, and it says Biloxi on it. And I got this one. I just love the pinks and the oranges. Gorgeous, gorgeous. so pretty. And I really want to thank Miss Bell and the entire staff of Piece by Piece. They gave me a gift for coming, and they gave me this table runner, and I'm sure it was quilted by Opal, the full frame machine in the back that was just fascinating to watch. They didn't tell me she made this, but it's got the same kind of artwork, and it says Biloxi on the bottom with the pelicans, and it's a table runner. Isn't it gorgeous? Thank you all so much. I really enjoyed the visit, and it was just fascinating. All right, you guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I think we're going to pull over here in a little bit for a comfort break, and then we will talk to you soon, okay? Go sew something. Bye.